Hello, this presentation is an introduction to the second version of goyek. The idea behind goyek was to create something more Go idiomatic than the existing build automation tools such as make, mage, task, or bustle. A tool that resembles Go, its tools and standard library. It should be simple, powerful, extensible, and boring. Goyek is a Go library for creating build automation. Libraries tend to be more extensible and flexible than frameworks and applications. Its API is based on the design of the most popular Go packages. Goyek package requires only Go.11 and has no other dependencies than the Go standard library. Task type is the core abstraction in Goyek. It's an equivalent to a target in make. Tasks are registered using the define function. A task can have an action, which is a function that is called when the task is run. The action API is based on the testing package. Therefore, an action function looks like a regular Go test function. Finally, a task can have dependencies. These are already defined tasks, which has to be run before this one is run. One of the easiest ways is to learn Goyek to see it in action. Goyek template is a GitHub repository template that uses Goyek for build automation. Let's start by looking at Goyek from the usage perspective. By convention, the build automation code is located in the build directory. Here inside the build directory, we execute go run with the help flag to learn about the build usage syntax. Take notice that the default task, all, is a build pipeline, which depends on mod, build, spell, lint, and test tasks. Usually, as a developer, you just execute the default task to check if everything is okay. By default, there is almost no output if everything is fine, similarly to Go test. However, when a task fails, you get the failure message with file and line information. You can run a task with the VERBOSE flag. You can also run the whole build pipeline with VERBOSE. This is suggested on the continuous integration server. Let's start learning how to create build automation using Goyek by looking at the build entry point. Goyek setDefault sets all tasks as the default task. Bootmain is a convenient function which configures common features and executes the tasks provided via the command line. The default all task is a build pipeline. Its action is nil and it contains other tasks as dependencies that are processed in order. Spell task is an example of a task which contains an action. First, it uses cmd.exec convenient function to run go installed the build directory to install mispell. cmd.exec calls errorf and returns false if the command fails. The action is interrupted if the installation fails. Afterwards, it uses the findHelper function to get a slice of all markdown files. If there are no files, the task is skipped. Finally, the action runs mispell on all markdown files. Find is an example of a helper function. In the beginning, a helper is called to make sure that this function is skipped when printing file and line information. Take notice that Goyek is a library and nothing prevents you from using other packages and libraries to make your build automation more useful and efficient. Thank you for watching this presentation. Feel free to leave comments and questions. Any feedback is more than welcome.